So this is our main meeting room in the studio, and this is where we shoot everything for Hellblade. It's quite a departure from how we normally shoot stuff on our previous AAA games like DMC or Heavenly Sword or Enslaved. For them we went out to places like Giant Studios or Weta Digital, where they also shoot big movies. Usually we'd have a crew of about 20 or 30 people on set, so you'd have multiple actors, a few camera operators, a couple of video editors, and all the technical and support crew that you need for a major shoot. For Hellblade, we're doing this on a much smaller budget, so we've had to improvise. So an example is these poles that we use to support everything. These are normal IKEA poles, wardrobe poles really. And we've mounted onto them these office lights that we bought off Amazon for about 20 quid a pop. And up top here we have the Bonita motion capture system. So these are low-end systems which are fairly cheap. We have enough to capture one actor in a fairly big space. And so that's why in Hellblade we're focusing on just Senua as a character. But as we're also capturing voice as well as face and body, we need to soundproof the place. So for that, we bought these curtains, and they dampen most of the sound in the room, so they're pretty good for that. And what I'm standing on here is regular gym mats, which help dampen footsteps and sounds. And as they're white, they also reflect light back into the room. This is a rig that we produced. It's a regular GoPro camera, and attached to it is an LCD display. And so I would move around the scene and just capture live with video what's going on. So I've got a good idea of the framing, and because the camera's got markers on it, every nuance of the camera is being captured with the scene. Although we only have one camera and one camera operator, we felt we could use this to our advantage by having only continuous shots without cuts in the scene. And this gives a feeling that the viewer is an observer, like a presence, watching Senua throughout. So it informs the style of the storytelling. For me, I've always found that video reference is the best way to capture live on set, because what you're interested in is the performance. You have to trust that the technology behind the system will represent what you're capturing in video. So this is a helmet provided to us by Technoprops, and you can get different configurations of these kinds of things. So you can have like 4 cameras or a mono camera, but we felt like 2 cameras offered the best compromise between the quality of the capture and it just being lightweight and comfortable for the actor to wear, because what you're trying to do is to capture as natural a performance as you can. So the more stuff that gets in the way of that, the harder that becomes. It's actually the audio equipment that turns out to be the most expensive part of the setup. So this is an example of the microphone that we would use, and we would mount it just here above the head. That way it stays out of the way of any breathing sounds, and the quality is good. You know, you get a little bit of humming and noise, but that's stuff that you can always clean up. And over on this side we've got a handy microphone. So because we're capturing everything all audio live, we can't shout out directions or play music. So often we would pre-record VO and director notes before the actual scene, and then play it back using these wireless headphones. So both myself and the actor would wear these, and you can hear the VO and pacings that were recorded.
What is she looking at? What is she leaving behind? it's not too late to get into the boat and go back. No one will judge her. No one will ever know.
And in terms of crew, we only really need 3 people on set. Someone to look after the audio, someone to look after the mocap, and then myself directing, and of course the actor on top of that.
You are surrounded, trapped like an animal, hiding in a dark, cold pit. And now here it comes, in for the kill. Are you gonna let it slaughter you? No! Then get up!
It works. We're capturing face, voice, body, and camera motion all at the same time. And all of this we've produced for a fraction of the price we would normally spend. So for about the price of a smart car.